Okay, in this first film I'm going to show you how to create a basic beach hut. So a few things I just wanted to make clear before we start is, first of all, I'm using an architecture template, and at the moment the units are set in meters. Now if you haven't selected this template, then the easiest thing for you to do might be to close SketchUp, start it again and select the appropriate template, but the template that you need is architecture and you need to be working in meters. So the other thing you'll notice is on the left hand side here I've got my large tool set. Now to access that you just go view, tool palettes, and you need to select large tool set because we're going to be using some of the features that we don't get in the toolbar that runs along the top there. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to be doing, zoom out a little bit, is I'm going to be creating the base of our beach hut. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to start it at the center, the origin, and I'm going to start to draw my rectangle. Now you'll notice I've only clicked it once, which was here, but I've not clicked it a second time because before clicking it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the dimensions that I want my beach hut to be. So the dimensions of the beach hut are going to be 3.7 wide. So to indicate that I'm moving on to the next dimension, I'm going to put a comma, and then I'm going to have it 4.2 meters long. Okay, so I press enter and that will automatically make the rectangle the right size. Next thing that I'm going to do is to create a base. So to create my base, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the push pull tool, select the base, I'm going to push it down. Now I want to have a 10 centimeter thick base, so in meters that's going to be 0.1. Press enter, and that's how we get our base. Now the next thing that we're going to do is create the walls of our beach hut. So the first stage of doing that is we're going to use this here, which is the offset command. Now this is why we need our large tool set, because you'll notice that it's not available at the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the top face of the foundation, and again I'm going to have 10 centimeter walls, so I'm going to put in 0.1 and enter, and that will set it automatically to the right distance. So the next thing that we're going to do is we need to give our walls some height. So for this next stage, again I'm going to return to using the push pull tool. Now before I use it, I'm going to press ctrl, and once you've done that you'll notice that a little plus appears. Now this is an option and I'll show you what it does in a moment. I carefully select the outside wall area and I push upwards. Now you'll notice that the original line here, that was where the foundation height is, I still retain that, and that's going to make certain things we're going to do later on a little bit easier. So all I need to do now is type in the height. So in this case I want it to be 2.1, press enter, and that's how we get the basic beach hut form. And you'll notice if I use my orbit tool to zoom above, you know we've got a reasonably decent space in there, and we're having a bit of a luxury beach hut. So that ends the first stage of this exercise.